my grandfather never said anything political his entire life, and then my mom asked him, "Oh, I've been thinking about like where people were in different famous moments. Like, do you remember where you were when JFK got shot?" Like, my grandfather went, "I don't know where I was, but I was thinking I'm glad they got the bastard." And I was like, what an interesting take.
Wow.
I've never heard someone have that opinion.
Yeah, like
modern America.
Heavily anti-JFK. Like, even like Republicans are like, it's not good that he died.
Well, I have a book up there. It's about the 1964 election where LBJ won.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts off with 1963.
Another Texan.
The December shot, the JFK assassination. And part of it is all of these, both sides of the political parties being like, what a great guy. Like, I can't believe it.
Right.
So it's crazy that your grandfather was like, I fucking hate it.
I know, he was like the only one.
Probably because he was like Catholic or something.
Maybe, honestly. I don't know what else it would be.
Was your grandfather also in Texas?
He's Louisiana. Probably.
Maybe he was just a big LBJ fan.
Yeah.
That was a man who knew how to get things done.
Yeah, we have the LBJ highway in high school, and girls used to give BJs on the LBJ.
Nice.
Well, that'll happen. And I think LBJ would have liked that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is notorious pervert. Yes.
That is the one thing I know about.
Also, I should say we are recording.
Oh.
I'm just, yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me straighten up.
No, I didn't cut out anything.
No, I mean, I think audio, I think audio-wise, that was really great stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
But he was a villain. No, he's a little gay coded, only because he would sexually harass also men.
Gay people can be
Predators.
evil.
Well, yeah.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Not these days. Not this
I've never
economy.
said that. Okay. Audrey, thank you so much for doing the pod.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you so much
should
for
say
having
who
me.
Audrey is.
Audrey Black is a Brooklyn comedian. Brooklyn-based comedian from Dallas, Texas originally.
Yeah.
Who produces a number of comedy shows, most notably Best Night Ever.
Well, actually, most notably, our show, Bushwhacked.
Yeah.
And then kind of like a side project she does is Best Night Ever, which is more heavily attended, but that's like just kind of a politics thing.
Best Night Ever is a very successful Brooklyn show.
I'd recommend it to normal
Very
people.
sweet.
It's one of the only shows I've been to 3 or 4 times. I mean, probably more than that, but like every other show I go to once.
Yeah, I like going to a show once, getting the vibe.
I love our returning customers.
Yes.
Yes.
How'd your show Friday go?
It was really fun. That was our 19th show.
Wow.
So it just feels like I know what I'm doing.
Is there going to be a big 20?
Is
there going to be a big thing for 20?
We'll probably do something for the 2 year. I don't think we'll do something for the 20.
All right.
You can't make everything a milestone.
It's 2 year 24.
2 year will be July. So.
Are you doing more than one show a month?
We did.
What month is it? No. Oh no, that it lines up exactly. Yes.
Yes, I counted. We skipped one. Each year we skipped 1 month, but did a show somewhere in another city at least once because I did a show in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, enough talking shop, guys. What's this podcast about, Tom? I keep forgetting.
I just said my own name. Tom.
Tom, why don't you explain?
This podcast is Riffipedia. The premise is that we go on Wikipedia, one of the greatest websites ever made. There's a little button in the top left corner that says random article.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to hit it a bunch of times, and whatever article of the millions of articles of Wikipedia that come up, we will be forced at gunpoint.
Huh.
That's not a joke.
You shouldn't be laughing.
Yeah, Matt's girlfriend is behind the door. She has a gun.
It's a sniper.
You keep saying Matt's girlfriend. I keep hearing my ex-girlfriend.
I have an accent.
And she's here, and she's in the living room alone.
I hope my ex-girlfriend isn't here.
She's now the cat wrangler. Apparently, we didn't know before Audrey came that she was very allergic to cats.
So allergic.
That's why I'm sitting in the middle
Such a
seat
problem.
today.
That is the cat.
Which is usually the guest seat, but this is the cat's favorite seat.
Literally had to wipe out cat hair from it.
Yeah. I just did a podcast last week where there was also a cat, and everyone had to shield me from the cat.
What podcast?
Benny's.
Ah.
And there's cat on the loose.
Benny was our last guest.
Crossover. Yeah, we recorded that episode with Benny probably like 2 years ago now, but the episode record order is posting order is different. That will be the episode before this. Anyway, yeah.
I've never been on the Wikipedia homepage before. I've just gone to articles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wikipedia.org.
It's a beautiful homepage.
Yeah, this is nice.
It has
Simplicity.
a featured article for quality. It has in the news, which I think is helpful. And then it just has random facts on this day. It's great.
Damn, this guy can read a website.
Yeah.
There's one thing he can
That's
do.
nice.
Yeah, you can just picture it.
Anyway, as our guest, Audrey, why don't you take the first stab at this? Do you know where the random article button would be found?
Is
That's
this
First you have to go to
English. And then you'll see all the stuff I talked about. The top left.
The top left, there's a bar.
Did I say
very
top right whenever I was explaining?
Very top left.
The ultimate, that little line.
Yeah, those look 3 lines next to the logo. Yeah, and
a
there's
random
article there.
article?
And you do it, and we'll find it.
And then, okay, so it's Promenade at Granite Run.
Yeah, it's kind of pointed towards us so we can read it. So we know
Oh,
the spelling. It just kind of give us like.
Oh, this is cool.
The Promenade at Granite Run.
Do you want to read the, and then we'll read
Just read like the first paragraph.
read the first
Okay.
paragraph, yeah.
The Promenade at Granite Run, formerly known as Granite Run Mall, is a mixed-use development in Middletown, Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
That's confusing.
Okay.
Where Philadelphia is.
Western suburb of Philadelphia. The mixed-use development consists of residential, retail, and entertainment. Opened in 2018. It's a double-level shopping mall. The current thing was opened in 2018 to replace the Granite Run Mall, a double-level shopping mall. 2 of the original mall tenants, Boscov's and Sears, remained open during the transition. So this is a mall in Delaware County, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I didn't think that you could just give a mall a page. Like, does
Also,
every building have a
Promenade.
page?
Promenade's very
I believe it's Promenade.
He's even worse. Even worse. Undeserving.
Wait! It was originally intended to be the filming location for Mallrats, the sequel to Mallrats. But the plan fell through because the mall
Is
had
Mallrats
a
like baby
demolition.
Mallrats? It's like Mallrats babies, like the
It's
Muppets?
Wait, is Mallrats, is that the
That's the Kevin Smith
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
See, this is, you get the premise already. This is what we just
Yeah,
look
you
at, find weird
immediately
shit.
found the best part of it.
Yeah.
That was perfect. You got a great eye for this.
The plan fell through due to the impending demolition.
Oh yeah, that would be an issue.
And Smith's desire to start filming in January 2016.
And then they didn't even do the demolition.
Wow. He was gonna start filming in
That's so
January
fucked up.
16, but then Trump became president and he just said the country doesn't need this right now.
Oh, wow.
Wait, also, Mallrats came out that many years after Mallrats.
Well, I think Mallrats might be like
I
the
bet it's
kids.
the
I think it's the
kids.
kids of the Mallrats. I would
Oh
assume.
wait, but I don't. It looks like they didn't even make it because Mallrats doesn't have a page.
Wow. You know, just another one of
Maybe it'll
the
still come
many
out.
tragedies in Kevin Smith's life.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're
But
still
he-
casting.
But he has a hot wife who he bones all the time, according to that tweet from 8 years ago.
Yes, that's one of the better tweets ever.
Well, is it his tweet?
Yeah, he says,
What?
he says like 30 years together, and we still bone like.
Like we're cheating on each other with each other.
And then he said something like,
I'm gonna pull up the
it's
tweet
pretty
exactly.
disgusting. And he says something like, her vagina, taint, butthole area still pones my dick.
Yes.
But that's pretty.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get
That's what
the
it says.
exact wording.
So horrible.
10 years in and we bone like we're cheating on each other with each other. A decade plus and her clit/brown/taint area
That's the worst
still
thing.
pones my dick.
That's like an act of misogyny to refer to the vagina that way.
That's
That's
death by
disgusting.
firing.
Well, I, you know, it's not just the vagina. Clearly, it's the whole thing. The whole.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
It's he likes the whole neighborhood.
Let's keep going.
That's so horrible.
The mall sees major traffic from nearby Penncrest High School, which is located across from Pennsylvania Route 352. Many students come to socialize, eat, or exercise after school ends each day.
Did they like pay
No
to get
source.
this article put
No
out?
source.
No source.
No source.
I don't buy that.
I don't buy that.
Also, that's like a lie. Like these Gen Z high school kids, they're not going to the mall. They're on freaking TikTok, Amazon.com.
Yeah. No
Mm.
one's going to the mall or like drinking or kissing anymore. These Gen Zers, they're just
Yeah.
online in there.
And look, I support 2 of those 3 things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no drinking, no kissing, but you gotta buy stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta stimulate the economy, or at least like hang out at like a yogurt stand too long until they tell you to leave. I think that's like kind of an important part of your development. You gotta learn those boundaries.
Okay, so it was developed and owned by BET Investments. Is that Black Entertainment Television Investments, or is that a coincidental?
I have to imagine it's something else.
Yes.
I was doing a project
Probably the same
recently, and I had to research this really random organization, and their biggest investor, it's a real company, it's called Bimbo Ventures. I was like, what?
Wow.
And it's like
an Italian guy's name.
It
Oh.
It's based in Mexico, so I wonder if the word means something else.
Well, Bimbo is a bread company as well. Like you'll see trucks, especially in Bushwick, because there's like a big Puerto Rican population.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes so much sense because I was like, it was a breakfast bar company, and I was supposed to look into their financial stuff, and I was like, why are they owned by Bimbo Ventures?
Oh wow.
It's bread. Okay.
Yeah, you thought it was like an extremely advanced girl boss venture capital where
Girl
like,
boss so advanced,
we're
they're just
sluts.
investing in boring stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
breakfast bar. I feel like could be girl boss.
No, yeah, I think that's
Bread.
pretty
Anything
easy. Like
can be
a
girl
brunch
boss.
spot. You know, I feel like that's pretty stereotypically girl boss stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they have a J.C. Penney, but no,
it was closed.
It became a movie theater. That's better.
It is way better.
They used to have a Chi-Chi's restaurant.
And then they build an apartment on top of it, which is incredibly romantic and cool.
The pictures of it look pretty bleak.
Yeah. Yep.
This
Also,
looks like every parking lot ever.
Building a new mall in 2018 is like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
You're a little late to the.
We are all online now.
Yeah.
Oh, the mall-inspired comedy band Narkill, fronted by Brandon DiCamillo, to write the song Granite Run Mall in the 80s from their 2006 album Narkill vs. Uncle Matt and the Shitbirds, featuring references to the Aladdin's Castle arcade. Just another great feather in the cap of the wonderful genre of musical comedy.
Well, I will give some credit. Brandon DiCamillo is the guy who was his band is his. He rose to fame through MTV's Jackass, Viva La Bam, and Bam's Unholy Union series. So he's a Jackass guy. So we got to give him some credit.
Yeah, that is actually important, like art.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've had enough of this. We all feel like we had enough of
I've
this?
had enough.
Yes. This is a
New
real
one?
one. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and spin the bottle here. All right, I've got the Joker, Devil's Advocate.
Oh yeah.
The Joker, Devil's Advocate is an American one-shot superhero comic book written by Chuck Dixon and drawn by Graham Nolan, published by DC Comics in 1996. Several recurring characters of the Batman family appear in the story, such as Robin, James Gordon, Barbara Gordon, and Alfred Pennyworth. Notice they do not confirm Batman appearing in the story.
Wait, okay, first of all, photo, insane.
Yes, terrifying.
Actually terrifying. Synopsis, the post office puts out a new set of postage stamps commemorating famous comedians, but some of them have Joker venom, and people who lick them die grinning.
Wow.
That sounds like what the Joker would do.
Yeah, what is this, the freaking Brooklyn comedy scene?
Wait, and then it gets kind of flirty. The DA decides to try Joker for murder, and he's found guilty and sentenced to death. Batman, however, believes Joker wasn't the one who poisoned the stamps, and he sets out to find the real killer and save Joker's life. That's kind of sexy of them.
That goes back
They
to
go back and forth.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they do. This is, I think, Tom, like what you were saying, goes back to your theory of why don't they just kill the Joker?
Yes, they should kill the Joker.
Well, they're trying to, and it's wrong. They do it for the one time he didn't do anything.
You know what I always think about with superhero stuff is they keep their identity a secret. Especially with, like, Tangent Spider-Man. If a spider bit me and web started shooting out of my fingers,
yes,
you would not believe how fast I would tell my mom. I would tell my mom immediately. It is crazy to me that, like, the whole thing is that he doesn't tell his family. I would be crying, screaming, throwing up, like, Mom, something
I
bit
think that's the
me."
difference between, men and women. Men
Yeah,
are not
yes.
going to tell the women about their problems. They're going to be like, I got bit by a spider. It's real fucked up, but it's fine. I'm just gonna go to work.
it's Spider-Man, so he's going to be incredibly emotional, and he's a teenager, emotionally undeveloped, afraid of his body, and thinks he's going to get punished.
He just thinks he's going through regular puberty.
Well, even so, I got bit by a bug while fishing, and my leg, the veins in my shin swelled up to like an alarming amount. And I was with my friend Chris, and he was like, just wait a day and see if it's okay. And then it was. But that's kind of how guys do everything. Yeah.
But you know what? I get why they thought the Joker did this, because they had
It
Joker
seems like
venom
him.
on the back.
And
If you ask me who makes Joker venom, I'd probably guess the Joker. Not an expert.
And his face was on the front.
His face is on the front of the book. No, sorry. That's
stamp.
that's actually just the picture. It says in the synopsis that the Joker is angry he doesn't have his own stamp, which is a funny little detail.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
like
a
that.
real comedian right there.
Yeah. Yo, imagine if they made stamps for different Brooklyn comedians and you weren't on one.
You mean that would probably really yeah.
Yeah.
No one uses stamps anymore either.
I should do that. I should make a set of stamps for like people we know.
What I was gonna say is Joker Venom sounds like if DC and Marvel combined, and then Venom became the Joker.
See, that's
For sure.
you have the brain for it, dude.
Yeah.
You have the brain for this kind of work. Anyway, they don't say how it ended, so I have to assume the Joker was put down, and
Yeah,
that was kind of the end of his story.
This is when the Joker
They
died.
hover over Chuck Dixon and Graham Nolan, especially Chuck Dixon. That guy looks like he writes comic books.
Hell yeah, bro!
Yeah.
Just like an old
Yeah.
chubby guy in a
He's
Hawaiian
a
shirt.
Hawaiian shirt, yeah.
Yeah, the Hawaiian shirt really makes it. He's a
Yeah.
normal looking man, really.
Yeah. And then Graham Nolan thinks he's sick.
Yeah, Graham Nolan
Yeah.
actually, he's kind of cool.
He's a wedding ring. So.
Oh, okay. That's huge. Huge. I mean, he's an artist. That's cooler than writing. I think, painting, it's a aesthetic sensibility. Anyway, yeah, that is kind of all the details we have. Turns out Batman is in this story. The characters section does kind of line that up for us. As well as apparently there's another character named Harvey who's not Harvey Dent. That seems like an oversight. But, I'm no expert. There was only one edition. It was a one-shot comic book, so I don't even know if this is like real. This might not even be canon. This might not have happened. So who cares?
Yeah, I just realized that the cover kind of looks like the Olivia Rodrigo Sour.
It totally does.
Kind of stole from this.
Yeah, she was
Unsuccessful.
Olivia Rodrigo was clearly inspired by
It's
this.
fucked up that the Joker is licking the stamp which has "Vote Joker Venom" on it.
Yeah.
He's such a sick guy. He's a freak.
And he looks like he's having fun, even though apparently he's supposed to be upset.
Well, the Joker,
And
is kind of the principal contradiction at the heart of the Joker, right? Is that he thinks that crime is funny, right? He thinks that something that everyone else thinks isn't funny is actually very funny.
It was a guy, a freaking Manhattan comic, alright?
I've never seen any of these movies.
Well,
Any of the Batman movies?
Yeah, I don't really understand who the Joker is.
the Joker is
he's
he's
crazy.
he's the clown prince of crime, Audrey.
I watched the DC Harley Quinn one where she's animated.
Oh yeah, that's like funny though. That's different. That's like a silly show, right?
Yeah.
To my knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
So he's in
I think
that.
he's in
This is a
He's
feminist
the
way of
Joker.
looking at the Joker. He's a male version of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley
But
Quinn's
he's
his
worse
girlfriend.
than her.
He abuses her a lot.
Harley Quinn is good.
Well, Harley Quinn's good now. I
Harley
think.
Quinn, yeah, well, she was a nurse that was a normal nurse, and then she fell in
Fell into
love.
a vat of acid.
I thought she fell
Did
in love
she?
with the Joker.
Well, she
And
might
then
have done
Joker-
both.
then he
She
Joker
may very well have
fired
done
She was
both.
a psychologist who fell into a vat of acid, and then the Joker became her boyfriend.
I believe she
But
she was like studying the Joker and fell in love with him through that. 'Cause she was like captured and like crazy and stuff.
Also, every
And
single.
she probably also fell in
not
love.
that
I buy it.
you're not wrong, and you're not wrong, because every single superhero has 8 different origin stories,
Sure, I was
including the
gonna say.
Joker,
Yeah.
where they all just kind of made up because every old weird guy in a Hawaiian shirt wants to make their own comic book, but then they can only use existing characters, so they just change shit whenever they want.
Well, yeah. Well, what it is there is like a base timeline. It's very complicated, and then that locks them in where they have like every superhero has died like 10 times over the course of history and come back to life because everyone wants their story to end with the guy dying or someone dying.
True.
But then I don't know. It's a very silly genre, very whimsical. Anyway, Tom, get an article.
Oh, Sydney Orbital Network.
Okay.
Sydney Orbital Network, what is that, my freaking drag name? Anyways, the Sydney Orbital Network is a 110-kilometer motorway, standard ring road around and through Sydney, the capital of New South Wales in Australia, so that's Sydney. It runs north from Sydney Airport, underneath the CBD, to the North Shore, west to the Hills District, south to the Prestons, and then east to connect with the airport. Much of the road is privately owned and financed by tolls.
Also, the tolls are $6.95.
Is that Australian or
That's
American?
a pretty high toll. Wow.
Do you drive in the city?
Not New York.
Like every bridge is like $10 to get across.
What?
Yeah. Or sometimes, but yeah.
My goodness.
Yep. I just like the CBD, the most chill. Oh, it's a central business district. Never mind. It's
It's not chill at all. People go there thinking they're gonna get like cool little gummies to calm them down, but
Also,
they just get a job.
this is just for me, but there's an area called the North Shore and the Hills District, and in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I'm from, there's the North Shore and a Hill District.
Wow.
Wow.
Life's not too different down under.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the toilets are in reverse, but that's.
Tom, you should do an Australian accent on the podcast again.
Oi, 110 kilometer Sydney orbital. I can't do it. Fuck.
Is that a noise form?
I have to I'm gonna practice my Australian accent in the mirror.
It's really important. I kind of think it's like your weakness as a performer.
It is one of them.
It's kind of the main one, is the Australian accent. You're never going to get anywhere like that, especially not with the Aussie invasion coming in comedy.
True.
You know, they send over
Blake. Oh, Aaron
Chan.
And then Blake Freeman.
And there's the older guy, the guy who does like the political jokes.
John Oliver?
No.
I don't know. He could be Australian.
Definitely
so
not.
British.
It's specifically very British. Can you imagine that man going in the sun?
You think about Jimmy? What's the guy?
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole
Yes.
Kidman. Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, the AMC one, and done nothing else.
Yeah, she's, you know.
This is like
Flow
full
from
size.
Progressive.
I hate
for
this
AMC.
article.
Yeah, this ain't great.
There's nothing funny here.
Is
at
it my
all.
turn now?
Yes, it is.
Wait, no, I found one. Oh, never mind. It says Captain Cook Bridge, but I thought it was Captain Cock Bridge, and I was really excited. But it's
You
not.
thought I had something called the Captain Cock
Yes,
Bridge.
it would have been so
I guess
funny.
maybe it's not a curse down there. I don't know.
Yeah.
They like say words that we don't say.
Cock is a last name. Maybe.
No, it's not.
I don't think so.
That's not.
There's like last names with
There's
cock in
Cox.
them. There's Cox, that's fine.
Okay. You can hit the random.
There's Cockburn, even.
Oh yeah.
There's a last name.
Enrique Lacier Soler, also known as Regoli, was a Spanish jazz and classic percussionist and composer.
Ooh. He just died.
He received a gold medal of merit, and he died around this time last year. And he lived in Madrid, and there's really not much else about him.
Too late to invite him on the podcast.
He started his jazz career in 1952 in Barcelona's jam sessions while expanding his Valencia and Madrid conservatories studies under Kenny Clark in Paris and Philly Joe Jones in New York. Philly Joe Jones is a jazz drummer. He drummed with Bill Evans, and he got Bill Evans and a bunch of people way into heroin.
Oh,
He's
hey,
like
dude.
the guy in interviews. They're like, dude, Philly Joe Jones was giving that shit out.
Introducing heroin to jazz, I mean, that's like inventing the guitar. You know? He formed the genre.
Yeah, he was a big heroin guy. But if he's training with those guys, that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. He wrote a drum set method, La Batteria Tecnica Independencia y Ritmo, which I think means technique, independence, and rhythm. I don't know.
The bacteria, technically, yeah. Well, he's got a premiere as a performer in Madrid in 1986. That was, I guess, the first time he ever performed somehow. He was like 40-something.
When he was 52.
Well,
he focused on the classical side of his career as both performer, so he did classical instead. But he was active in the Spanish jazz scene through the 80s in bands such as the Canal Street Jazz Band. What's the Golden Hover, or the Gold Medal of Merit in Fine Arts, is awarded by the government of Spain, the Ministry of Culture and Sport of Spain. So that's pretty high honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Spain, that's one of the most artistic countries.
Yeah.
Don't we know all those Spanish artists that we all love?
Well, this guy would have gotten way further in jazz if he wasn't constantly taking naps at 3 p.m. every single day. And then, yeah. Rest in peace, Enrique.
Yeah, wish we could have had you on the pod.
Thinking about you, man. He lived to 89. That's pretty good.
No, he had a
He's
good
also
one.
11. Wow, he probably lived under Francisco Franco for a super long time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Which is crazy.
I'm hitting the button, and I got Silvia Scalia. Is an Italian swimmer who won 2 medals at the 2019 Summer Universiade.
I thought she was going to be related to Antonin Scalia.
That would have been cooler.
She was born in 1995.
Yeah,
So she's kind of one of our contemporaries in swimming. We were probably swimming at the same time, not as good, but
Yeah, you know, I took lessons with her. She was kind of a
2
teacher's
medals
pet.
at the 2018 Mediterranean Games and a medal with the relay team at the short course Worlds.
I can't find her. I can't spell her name.
Oh.
Kind of. Okay. Scalia. Oh, I see.
Yeah, you got another Supreme Court justice who died with his pillow over top of his head, and they thought he got murdered, maybe, but he was just bad. And he was super old.
That's tough.
Was him fat, putting his pillow on the top of his head? Was that?
No, he died from like heart disease.
Oh, that'll happen.
He was a large man.
Yeah, well, he's also a very good man, who we all agree with
He's
most of
very
his
bad.
stances.
He was evil. He was incredibly pro-life. He sucked.
Hey, I'm pro-life. I like living. Not
pro-life
gonna Google that one.
Well, that's Alex Boswell joking. I'm pro my life.
Oh my god, I knew this guy in college that was like the dumbest person I'd ever met in my entire life, and his friend volunteered on a political campaign, like a state-based political campaign, and he went and canvassed with the friend, and I talked to him afterwards, and he was like, when people asked if people were pro-life or pro-choice, I would just say yes. I thought the options were pro and con. And I was like, where do you even begin, you know?
Wow, someone said yeah. Someone asked you, are you pro-life or pro-choice, and you say yes.
That's kind of like the smartest political move. You get to please everybody.
Well, what would the other person?
I think the idea was people would walk up and go, is this candidate pro-choice? That's what I care about. He'd go, yes. And the next person would say, pro-life? And he'd say, yes. Because he was just hearing pro.
I mean, life and choices are both good things.
Yeah.
I want both.
And he thought the options were pro or con. So he's like, yeah, they're pro.
Yeah. Well, the wokest answer would be that the pro-life movement is really anti-abortion, and they're not pro-life at all because it endangers women's lives.
Shut up, Tom.
What?
To get
That
birth.
shit's not true.
Yeah. So someone would say I'm pro-choice and I'm pro-life, but in a little bit different than you might think. And I say that a lot on to women, and they're like, "Why?" Apropos nothing.
All right, so timestamp. 25 minutes. Tom, we cut that part.
That was pretty funny. I thought that was funny.
I think it's interesting. Do you guys also meet the dumbest person you ever knew in college? I feel like no one ever meets it in high school.
Well, in high school, everyone's a little dumb.
But like you don't meet the dumbest person you ever met in high school. Everyone met the dumbest person they ever met in college. You got to expand yourself, go out into the world. But shouldn't they be smart if they're going to college? I know a lot of people.
The barrier for entry is not that high.
Yes, but I know a lot of people who didn't go to college much smarter than the people I met in college.
Well, it's also a thing of if you, especially in high school, or if you don't go to college, you have a thought of, oh, maybe I'm not that smart, so I'll have a level of self-awareness by my own intelligence, and I'll have a normal level of confidence.
Yeah.
But people that there's a subset of people that go to college that are dumb, but think, oh, I got into college, I must be a genius, and then they just speak loudly and about nothing, and they sound stupid.
I just feel like everyone I knew in high school, they were like dumb people, but like they could all like kind of hold a conversation. I feel like college was the first time I met people who were like too dumb to talk to.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just met people you couldn't do anything with them, and they're like, I'm a comp sci major. And it's like, awesome, dude.
One of the dumbest people I've ever met in my entire life in college, and this will get me not canceled, but like, I hope they don't hear this.
I bet it was a woman.
Was a person, happened to be a woman, but
okay.
But it was a person who was test-wise, scoring-wise, like smarter than me. Like went to an Ivy League for grad school. Like objectively, like I will admit, smarter than me. But you talk to them and you're like, oh, there's nothing going on. But it could have just been like they're bad at social communication and they're really smart. But it was, to me, one of the dumbest people I've ever met.
Well, you know.
Sometimes it's people don't have both.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, please.
Please stop touching the bottom of your
I'm sorry.
It's bothering me so much. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Tom, stop it.
This is okay.
We've all been noticing it.
I've just been watching
Did you notice it?
No, it's
palm to bottom of a shoe I'm sure you wear on the subway, and now wiping it on your nice sweater.
Dude, now it's on my hands.
Tom, go wash your hands.
No, it's okay. You don't have to do that.
Okay.
Just I need
Touching your laptop.
I can't watch it anymore.
Yeah, I have ruined this.
Touching your laptop that you watch pornography on.
Hey, this is my. I don't use this for that.
Oh yeah. Is that your work laptop?
No, this is my normal.
So then,
this is my Minecraft and recording podcasts. And if I need to edit a comedy video, but I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania laptop.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 3 years old. I bought it when my old job didn't give me a laptop, so I needed one.
Makes sense.
But
that's the time to get one.
You got Sylvia. You got Sylvia.
Yeah, I got Sylvia.
Sylvia, you're not that interesting.
Sylvia, come on the pod. Convince me otherwise.
You're probably attractive.
Yeah, you're probably in good shape at least.
Yeah. She's attractive.
Yep.
Right.
Wait up.
All right, yeah, all right. Sure.
That's crazy. She comes up.
We're there. We're there. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Sylvia, come on the pod.
Is Sylvia on that?
We'll talk it out.
Random article. Tem language.
Oh.
Tem, T-E-M, language, or Kotokoli, is a Gur language spoken in Togo, Ghana, Benin, and Burkina Faso. I don't know what a Gur language is. It is just a group of Niger-Congo languages. It is used by neighboring peoples. In Ghana, the Kotokoli people come from the northern part of the Volta region, primarily Koyi, along the border with Togo.
Wow.
much of this description is actually about the politics of.
Well, I want to hear about this. Oh yeah, the chieftain. There's a chieftain and an overlord.
Yeah, this might not be a very well constructed article.
I fear it's not, because it says stuff about the language and then it just starts going about political leaders in this one area, which feels like it should be a different.
Yeah, and then it says
article.
The former blacks. Wait, is this? They mainly live in. I'm trying to think. The chieftain is called Wuro. Is the overlord of the lands. The name is Wuro Dada Cheddar, Brene 1. And then this is so then they list off a bunch of notable protocol.
Yeah, you know, Wikipedia, this used to be a website that meant something, and now we're letting them put anything on this thing.
Yeah.
They're Muslim with a large base.
There's a Braille version.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Anyway, let's all do our TEM alphabet together.
Yeah.
A, B, C, D, D, E, E, F, G, G, B, H, I, J, K, K, P, L, M, N, N, Y.
N.
Well, no, what's that other thing?
I'm gonna assume that's an N.
N, M, O, backwards C, P, R, S, T, U, weird U, V, W, Y, Z. No X.
Good. X is stupid.
Hey, I bet we'd all like to forget our X's, right? Oh, I'm just
So
kidding.
so the accents are
kidding,
included as
guys.
individual letters, and then long vowels are indicated by doubling the letter.
Mm.
That's helpful.
That is actually good. That's a good
Should do
system
that
for
in
that.
America.
That makes a lot more sense.
That's kind of cool. It's both Latin and Arabic.
It's cool that the song
that
still
is
sounded
cool.
really good.
Also, wait, the language family goes Niger Congo ? As if they're not sure.
It's troubling if the top option is the question mark and then they have 6 more options underneath.
Yes.
And if step 1 you're already confused, I'm troubled that you got 6 steps deep.
Oh yeah. Well, it's also crazy. Only 390,000 people speak this language,
Whoa.
which would be like, I guess it's more of an accent then. But like maybe it's its own language. But that'd be like if like the population of a small city all spoke a different language than us.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a girl language. You know what they're like there.
And it's recognized in Benin. What?
I don't know.
Oh.
I genuinely
I
don't
said it
know.
was a girl language.
A girl language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know
A
if we
girl
can say
language
that.
would be like
So,
French, I guess.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes.
Audrey, we're really striking out. You got to give us some good luck on these articles.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. Get us another Joker.
WFXR, it's a TV station in Roanoke, Virginia.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It's the Fox affiliate for the Roanoke Lynchburg market. It's located on Poor Mountain.
What's that? Every mountain in the south?
That's a bit on the
Oh,
nose.
yeah, then. Sorry, I forgot.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just literally called Poor Mountain.
Yep.
Wow. This is probably near where my parents used to live in Western Virginia.
Oh.
So probably in this area, maybe. I don't know where Roanoke is.
They had a construction battle.
They had a construction.
Wait, where is this? Read about it. Where is it?
Okay. Interest around the use of Channel 27 at Roanoke emerged again in the late 1970s and coalesced around 2 groups. Team 1, with Roanoke Christian Broadcasting, which
Boo.
proposed a Christian station.
Boo.
By June, 3 groups stopped the channel. RCB, a second Christian
Of
group,
course.
and a consortium of businessmen. So it sounds like no matter what happens, we win.
Yeah. What is this, the Republican Party?
The entrance of WVTC into the latter caused 2 Christian groups, RCB and
2
the Evangel
Mormons.
Foursquare Church, to unite their efforts. RCB and WVTC, the only 2 Channel 27 applicants, fought not only in comparative hearing at the Federal Communications Commission, but in Virginia courts, where WVTC alleged that RCB had plagiarized engineering data from its application. Whatever, dude.
I like a Evangel Foursquare Church. Sounds like a church where they're like, we can only unite with God if we also play Foursquare at the same time.
Yeah.
You gotta bounce that dodgeball between
That'd be
those chalk
Foursquare was
squares.
so fun.
Foursquare is the best.
Do you remember the app Foursquare?
No.
I vaguely.
Yeah, so it was like it was an app where you would go somewhere and you would just like put on the app. Matt went to, Jimmy's bar. I don't believe it took off very heavy.
No.
It was just like bragging about where he went.
And then Facebook has the check-in feature, which my dad uses every time we go to any business together. He's like, I'm going to check in on Facebook that we're here. And I'm like, okay. And then one time we did it, my mom got mad at him because she's like, someone's going to find you and hurt you.
Your dad is doing a lot of work to like build up an alibi for something. I don't know.
But whenever I played Foursquare as a kid, my 4th grade teacher had a duct taped Foursquare in the classroom that you could do before and after school.
Oh,
if
that's
you had to like
nice.
stay for like there's like bus groups and we were in the last bus group. But it made me think I was good at sports and I'm not.
Oh.
But I was really good at Foursquare.
This article is so fucking long.
I'm really good at dribbling.
Basketball or soccer?
Okay, so you're halfway there.
I'm actually weirdly bad at I can dribble, but it feels wrong to me.
I was very good at dribbling, but kind of bad at everything else. Also, when I was on YMCA basketball,
You keep going, but
YMCA basketball.
I got some fucking.
I also did
Hold on,
that.
I found something fucking insane.
What?
That just caught my eye. So merger with WJPR on September 13th and 15th, bankruptcy courts in Lynchburg and Tampa gave New South Broadcasting, a company owned by Timothy Brundlick of Altamonte Springs, Florida, permission to purchase WJPR and WVFT with the intention of consolidating the programming. The deal began to fall apart on the 15th, however, when Brumlick was arrested on charges of laundering up to $12 million in Colombian drug money. He alleged that his ownership in Telewonts in Puerto Rico was a front for 2 Latin American media men, Remigio Angel Gonzalez, who was a business partner with Manuel Noriega, who is a name I know for some reason.
Yeah, he's a Panamanian dictator.
Yes.
That's why you knew his
the
name.
picture for the stations. At the time of his arrest, he'd been approved to buy all these stations, which later became WFXR. Also,
well, there you go.
That's crazy. That's very 80s. You're trying to buy a cable company with Colombian cocaine money. That's very 80s.
With the dictator of Panama.
And then, so Fox Network purchased it from that. The FCC approved it. Key in winning the approval was the fact that adding channel 27 to 21 provided Fox service to additional 200,000 people.
Oh, you laughed at that
doesn't
part
matter.
as if that was funny.
Well, I just like they're like all this cocaine, and then they're like, but what if more people had access to Fox in 1990?
And thank God.
Look, the Fox Network.
Damn, they just buried the lead on Colombian drug money being
It's crazy.
part of this television channel's history.
12 million is a lot of money, especially in the 80s.
Yeah, that's a lot. I wonder. I'll look up inflation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? It was being broadcast from Poor Mountain. I'm glad those poor folk on Poor Mountain, you know, in their dirt houses,
Wow, that would
mining
be
in
worth
the dirt mine.
24 times. That's about $36 million today.
No, okay, cool.
That's
You know,
so
I heard $12 million. So I'm
And
like,
he's associated for some reason with a Panamanian dictator.
yeah.
So that guy's kind of cool in it.
Panama, of course, the country that stole a canal from us,
Yeah.
and we're gonna get it back.
I'm trying to think if Timothy Brumlick, he doesn't even have his own Wikipedia page. He's just he should have his own page.
Yeah, this is kind of the all-star of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna hit the random article button. I'm done with this.
Ew.
I think we got the best part.
Yes.
Random article. Ooh, it's even better. Symbolophorus barnardi. Don't even bother searching this one, guys. Symbolophorus barnardi is a lanternfish in the family Myctophidae, found circumglobally in the southern hemisphere between about 30 degrees south and 11 degrees south, either longitude or latitude. At depths of, I remember the little rhyme I knew as a kid, which was, well, the way I learned it was that latitude is fatitude, right? Because it's like you fat and it goes around like this.
I always thought latitude was flatitude.
Mine's a little more fun.
Or meaner.
Yes.
Or meaner spirited.
With a little bit of, I mean, what, we're calling the Earth fat? I mean, come on. No one's the target of this.
Earth's thick, I would say.
Yeah.
Earth is a body positive.
Anyways, what's the deal with this fish? There's no picture.
Its length is about, there's a picture.
Oh, wait, let me see it.
You're on the wrong one, bro.
Oh, wow, it is.
Its length is about 12 centimeters, relatable. It inhabits the deeper waters during the day and migrates at night to the epipelagic zone. Whoa.
Apoplectic zone.
Epipelagic zone. The photic zone is the uppermost layer of a body of water that receives sunlight. Okay, so just barely in the sun. He looks like a little pale guy. There's only a drawing on the page by Dr. Tony Ailing. He's pretty cute.
Yeah.
If you look at his little eye, look at that. Cute little guy.
Yeah, I thought it'd be
Oh,
when
I
you said
see.
lanternfish, I was picturing the fish from Finding Nemo that's scary that has the big
Yes.
light on it.
No, yeah, this is just a little dude.
Normal ass fish.
Yeah, he's like a little deep in the water, but
What
it's
part of
still
the
with
world
light.
is this guy?
He's Southern Hemisphere, all over.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Pretty common seems like.
Well,
Pretty common. Yeah, like a drawing
You
up.
probably don't get much XP for killing this kind of guy.
For sure.
No.
okay, I'm gonna hit the article.
Yeah, make it happen.
Oh,
It's even better. It's even better.
Chrysoscota vigivida
He's a moth.
is a moth of the family Riffipedia. It was described by Francis Walker in 1866.
So just described.
It was found on Seoul, Suram, and New Guinea, and I know where those places are. I'm gonna hold it over.
What
Francis
continent
Walker.
is New Guinea on, Tom?
South America or is it Africa?
Tom, the
Where's
answer,
Asia?
of course, is it's an island. And anyway,
Two islands? Are islands not affiliated with at least one continent?
they often are, but like
Okay.
something like Hawaii wouldn't be, right? Like Hawaii is definitely not North America, but like Long Island is, you know. I think
Oh yeah.
it's kind of just like whoever claims them. Like Greenland's not one.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
Well, the
one.
guy who discovered this, Francis Walker, is one of the most prolific authors in entomology
Oh.
and stirred controversy, and then it cuts off the rest of the article.
Yeah, we're actually, and we didn't really explain this rule, Audrey.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
only allowed to, we can't click any of the links on the page. We just are allowed to hover over and get the little thing
Oh,
there.
sure.
Anyway, moths are a group of insects that
Why is it called Vegevita?
because it's like Vegeta.
Like from Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an angry
Makes
short
sense
guy.
to me.
Anyway, I don't know enough about Dragon Ball Z to riff on that, so let's move on. Audrey, hit that button.
All right.
Oh
League of
my
Workers
God.
Association Youth is a socialist youth movement in Finland.
Okay.
It organized children and youth up to the age of 16, and it resembled scouting. And
You should-
that's the whole.
Scouting
Well,
what?
you should note that it's from 1917 to 1928,
Oh, sure.
so we can't join right now.
Yeah, for a couple
Um,
reasons.
We're working on restarting it though.
Seems like that organization is finished.
This is one of those things where, so this is a
Wow.
Finnish like workers association, but obviously the Nazis were like a workers party
Mm.
in Germany, which is near Finland. This is one of those things where it's like maybe they were socialists for real, but maybe they were like national socialists.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
maybe they were wiped out by the Nazis.
Yeah.
These kids in this picture.
But I'm gonna look at the kids in the picture and try to read their
Yeah,
souls.
let's roast
That
them.
guy with the drums on the left looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like how he brought his snare drum to the meeting.
If you're listening at home, you gotta pull up this picture. They all kind of look like Greta Thunberg.
They look very young.
There's one who look the one
These
kid,
are
yeah.
actual literal
They're like
children.
8-year-olds. Why would they know anything?
Yeah.
They're very invested in the socialist movement. The kid in the middle looks like Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle, kind of.
Oh yes, he is.
Yeah.
All right.
The kid on the right looks crazy. He looks like he's like 1,000,000 years old.
I like roasting these long dead children.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, they are.
they do look like Greta Thunberg. Was that crazy for saying that? I feel like it's
No,
true.
no,
I think that's
know what you mean.
racist.
I think
Yeah.
you're
I
right.
think that's like crazy offensive.
The woman in the back left, I feel bad, but she looks kind of like a ghost.
Yeah, no, this girl looks like a ghost for real.
Anyone in this picture could be.
Yeah,
a
is there
ghost.
any auras or anything in this photo?
I think the woman in the back is there. That feels very ghostly to me.
Oh yeah.
She kind of blends in with the curtains.
Yeah, these people. Also, it's the knowledge that so this is 1917, 1928 in Finland. The lives of these people will be very shortly disrupted by
Yeah.
By what?
World War II. Well, not very shortly disrupted.
Oh shit!
Can
we save them?
you
These
think
little
any of these people are
kids?
still alive? Probably not.
Probably not a
I
single
don't
one of
think
them. No.
so.
But there's technically a chance.
Because
yeah.
you'd have to be 8 to 16 in 19.
They'd have to be over 100 at this
So let's
point.
say the youngest one is 8 in 1928. Then they would be 105.
Yes.
Yeah, that
I don't
doesn't
think
seem
so.
super like.
Anyway, all right. I
Rest
got
in
us a good
peace.
page, boys.
Okay.
And I say that colloquially.
I kinda like it.
Form an arc.
You didn't like
Oh,
I said I like it.
well, good. Any form, parentheses, architecture. In architecture, form refers to a combination of external appearance, internal structure, and the unity of the design as a whole. An order created by architects using space and mass. All right, so kind of abstract thing.
External outline of a building includes its shape, size, color, and texture, as well as relational properties like position, orientation, and visual inertia, which means appearance of concentration and stability.
I like it when you read something that explains like a word that you've never thought you had to just describe. Like, what is what something looks like?
Yeah, what is form?
You know, this is like explaining something like not even to an alien, but to like a other dimensional being.
I like the start of this sentence. Architects are primarily concerned with the shapes of the building. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
Well, yes.
I would agree. I would agree. That's the main thing.
And its openings, doors and windows, and enclosing planes, floors, walls, ceilings. Yes.
Those are the parts of the building.
Forms can have a regular shape
or irregular.
Or irregular.
Yeah, you can make a squiggly.
And then you can combine forms.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to read about, or somebody read about the history, or I'll read it.
Internal structure.
Historically, multiple approaches were suggested to address the reflection of the structure and the appearance of the architectural form. In 19th century Germany, Carl Friedrich Schinkel suggested that the structural elements shall remain visible in the forms to create a satisfying feeling of strength and security.
Well, Karl Boetticher called that bullshit and said, as part of his tectonics, suggested splitting the design into a structural core form and a decorative art form.
Like that
German Kunstform.
These guys are both named fucking Carl. That's the only name.
I mean, that's, you know, your name's Carl, you gotta get into architecture.
Did you guys watch Tar?
Yes,
no.
I did.
That's what I think about Tar when people are like German. And...
That's what you think about?
Is she German?
That's the first thing.
She's in Germany.
So.
She was in Berlin. That's where she
Yeah.
lived. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But she was not German.
There's
She was American.
There's a whole section on space and mass.
Space and
such a
mass.
long article
Those are
that
my
says
two favorite
nothing.
things, baby.
This doesn't say anything.
Not a thing.
It's just like explaining the concept of space, which is something like, I don't know, it's like looking up the dictionary definition of the...
Well, this is crazy because it goes all the way through the history of like all the different schools of thought of architecture, including like Romanticism, Neoclassicism, Eclecticism, Romanticism again, Empiricism. Oh my god.
I'm an architectural relativist. I don't think it matters what shape the building is. We're all gonna die one day.
Yeah.
True.
A form is defined by its function. For the building to be good, it should fill the functional requirements imposed by external physical, social, and symbolic needs.
That's some German shit.
I mean, it's true. It's like, yeah, duh. The building should do what the building does.
A form is a product of the designer's creativity. A form is dictated by the prevailing set of attitudes shared by the society, the zeitgeist. A form is defined by socioeconomic factors. Architecture forms are timeless. The good ones cross the geographical, cultural, and temporal borders. And those are the 5 basic ideas on the origination of forms.
Oh, yeah, the 5 orders of architecture, in quote.
Wow.
Those are the theories.
Yes.
Okay, Neoclassicism declared 3 sources of architectural form to be valid. The beauty is derived from observation of nature and man-made objects, kind of the 2 kinds of objects. The beauty is inside the architect, that it tries to impress it on the world. Okay, that's kind of a weird way to put it. And the beautiful designs are the ones inspired by the classical architecture. I like how they have these 2 like really general rules, and then they're like, and also the only good kind of architecture is classical.
That's German as well.
Very
I was gonna say, I imagine like this is completely nonsense to us. All these words make no sense. But there's somewhere an architecture student in a college pulling an all-nighter trying to memorize all of this shit and having a full-blown panic attack.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter at all. Also, what does this have to do with, I feel like we've gotten architecture to a point where it's so much about like physics and math and shit that I don't really think like this matters.
I think we've invented the best shape for a building, and it's the hexagon.
Yeah, the Pentagon.
Pentagon, no, it's not that strong. I don't know how you could destroy it. And if anyone wants to know...
they tried and they failed.
I think the theories kind of make sense, though, because it's like if you're building a church, it both has to be functional and culturally relevant and reference the past and have a like aspect of the designer's taste. Versus if you're building an outdoor mall, it's mostly about function. You know what I mean? Like
No,
if you're building a mall in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
But I like it's true, but I just think it's like it is a truth so clear that I find no need to say it. The thing should do what the thing is supposed to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I agree, but I didn't think the thing shouldn't do the thing the thing's supposed to do.
I think it's interesting that you went into this assuming this article was trying to persuade you of something.
It's trying to trick
You're like,
me.
you can't trick me.
They have theories.
I
and
know how buildings work.
I
know
know.
now.
I just think I could do it. I think I could do it. Give me.
Build the building?
Yes, I can.
Or
think I
not
could
get
build
tricked
it.
by Wikipedia.
Well, not that second one. I've been tricked before.
That's what I'm trying to get tricked. That's the goal of this podcast. I want to believe something so deeply because a Wikipedia article told me it's true, and then find out that it's completely made up.
Yeah.
Look, I've been tricked by Wikipedia before. My brother put on Wikipedia that he was the bassist for Maroon 5 and was there for like 5 years.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And that
That's a
tricked
popular
you-
band.
Wait,
allegedly.
and that tricked you specifically? That was your
You
example
thought
of
it
the
was
time
real?
you were tricked?
I thought my older brother was so cool.
Well, like my first day with my girlfriend, I was talking on
right.
Hinge, and I said I knew Adam Levine as a joke, and she went to the first date thinking that I had known Adam Levine, and I was like, no, it was a joke. I was making a joke.
That
Like,
must have been a funny joke.
My girlfriend still thinks I know Adam Levine.
Yeah. Well, we all
I have been stalked.
after his heartfelt lyrics really show such a vulnerable side of him. I think we all know Adam Levine.
I mean, after those sex of his leaked, I think we all know a little bit about Adam
yeah,
Levine.
true.
I loved his sex. They were just so like fine. They were just him being like, "Oh, your boobs are so awesome," and I'm like, "Yeah, all right."
Yeah, what
Not
you're
bad.
supposed to say, right? I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine by
Yeah, I
me.
remember feeling they were really weird, and I think he's probably a weird guy, but I didn't find them that. I
think
don't
it was
know.
more so that
That's
he was
how
just
I think they were like,
a weird antisocial famous man talks. I wasn't surprised by it.
no,
you know?
yeah, it was.
I think it was more so that he was cheating on his wife was bad.
My theory with all of that
Yeah.
stuff is that all those celebrities are allowed to cheat. What you get in trouble for is getting caught publicly.
I always say that to my girlfriend, and I'm like, when I'm famous, I can cheat on you, and she hates it.
Well,
No, it was a joke. It was a joke.
well, let's sort of pump the brakes there. For you to hear something I said and go, I always say that. I'm always telling my girlfriend that I'll cheat on her.
Audrey, thank you for making this clear to me. I'm gonna have to tell my girlfriend about this because clearly I am allowed to cheat.
I
on
do
her.
think famous people cheat on their spouses almost all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think with that, I think everybody's like, with that amount of wealth and access and beauty,
And you're away all the time.
and you're away all the time, you're telling me that like when Scarlett Johansson goes to film like a year-long movie.
Yeah, she's fucking Colin Jost every time she has sex.
Well,
no
well,
way.
I think at a certain point, if you become famous and rich enough, and with so much access, it loses all appeal,
Yeah.
and then you just don't want anything.
To have sex? Wow,
Yeah.
that's dark. That's a dark. I don't like that at all. You don't want anything once you're so famous.
Well, yeah, I think that's just the truth.
And then you have
That's
to
why.
see-
That's why rich guys keep hoarding wealth and
Yeah.
killing everybody.
That's what I say. You have to kill a man in a dark room to feel something once you get rich and famous enough.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why rich people are all like pedophiles and stuff, right? It's because like, nothing else. They have to have the one thing they can't have.
How did we get here from architecture?
Architecture is kind of a perverted art form.
True. Yeah, I want to make this wood look like stuff.
Yeah.
Also, most buildings look like penises or boobs. Family Guy said this first, but architectures are perverts. Who hit the article?
I did.
Okay.
Architects, if you're out there, stop doing what you're doing.
En La Plaza de Toros, Mexico. En La Plaza de Toros, Mexico. Also in English, in Mexico's Plaza de Toros, so not really quite all the way
I
in
could have
English,
guessed that one.
is the 14th album by Mexican pop singer Ana Gabriel and her second live album. It was released on 1998.
Oh, did someone whose English wasn't their first language write this, Tom? Let's put them in jail.
This is a compilation of self-penned previous rancheras and prop material. I don't know what a ranchera is. Gabriel also pays tribute to the quintessential ranchera composer Jose Alfredo Jimenez and Juan Gabriel.
The new release was presented in a package of 2 CDs and was edited again in 2007 with a DVD format.
I'm on the page for a stadium with a similar name.
Oh, okay.
Someone help me.
Oh, that's probably what she's naming.
Yeah, I believe she's... Yeah, we're in La Plaza de
It's also
Toros.
a ... Well, I guess she performed live in that stadium.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
It's harder to make fun of song titles, which we often do when we get an album name, when they're all in a different language. Like Danza de Angeles, right? That's probably Dance of the Angels. I can say
Yeah.
that. I never took Spanish. I took Latin because the I didn't want to learn a language that would help me in my life.
Mm-hmm.
If you learn Spanish, you have to do a lot more work as a teacher.
It charted 13th in Latin pop albums in the United States in 1998, and then it charted again,
Pretty good.
9th in 2007 for the re-release.
Did she die?
It was certified 2x platinum in the U.S. and 2 times gold in Mexico. This is a pretty big album. Never heard of this woman.
It only went gold in Mexico. It was bigger in the U.S. It's interesting. Or is gold better than platinum? Probably not.
She is the best-selling Mexican female artist and one of the best-selling Latin music artists of all time.
Wow. And I thought it was Ariana Grande. As a joke, Ariana Grande is white.
She's from like Munchkinland or something.
Yeah. Where does Wicked take place? Kansas?
No, it takes place in the land of Oz.
The point of the Wizard of Oz is that they're not in Kansas.
That's like the
That's
worst
the
possible guess you could have
part
had.
of it.
That's the main idea. They're in Oz.
They're in the land of Oz, and Munchkinland is sort of a county.
It's kind of like a slum.
It's not a slum.
That seemed nice. I read the book too in school.
Wicked or The Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz.
I read the Wicked book too. I did read The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz
Do you
book's
know
good.
book 3 or 4, Toto just reveals he can talk?
I know. Yeah, I forgot that the guy made like 8 books, and everyone's like,
rules.
Yeah.
He's kind of the first. He's kind of Brian Griffin of Oz. It's the only talking dog I know.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo can half talk.
Scooby-Doo can talk entirely. He just has a speech impediment.
Yeah. But then there's moments where Scooby-Doo's trying to signal something, but he doesn't know the word for it.
Yeah, he has a stutter.
Yes, that's true.
I don't think it's that he doesn't. He's so
Sorry,
scared.
Scooby-Doo.
He's like roast, like.
Oh yeah.
And then
I wish this.
He's scared, Tom. He's just scared.
Yes. This was released by Sony International. Soy Como Soy was the album after this.
Solo Fantasia, presumably a song about jacking off.
What is it?
Solo Fantasia.
And Evidence is when your roommate catches you jacking off.
Hasta que te conoci is all right. I don't know the words, but it's
Kanochi's, it's like no and KNOE.
How to live when your roommate knows you jack off.
Yeah. Rayando El Sol, Rays of the Sun.
Clemencia, probably like kindness.
I think it's clemency or like mercy.
Oh wow! I didn't know that clemency meant mercy.
Yeah.
I was like, Clemson, what?
Come on, man.
Okay. We got a couple more articles left in this.
Mi Gusto Es.
Shall
My is Love.
Wait, there's a song called Mi Gusto Es?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Or I like S is to be.
I like to be.
I like.
I think me gusta or me gusta.
I like to be
when you
me.
Say it to a person can also be like I love.
Yeah. Well, in Cantar.
Anna Gabriel, if you want to explain this to us.
There's a song called No Sabes, meaning I don't know, and I don't know what any of these song titles mean, so that's my favorite song is No Sabes.
Esta Noche, that means it's no big deal, and let's move on.
That's not what that means. It means it's
I
tonight.
know that's not what it means.
It's no big deal. Okay, so Audrey did it.
Okay.
Anna Gabriel, if you want to explain yourself,
Gap
get on the
Band VII. Gap Band 9.
Gap Band 9.
Wait, 9 or 7? Oh, that's 7.
That's 7.
Oh, but it says 9th. Sorry, I made an entry.
That's I
You
understand.
can read it.
Gap Band 7 is the 9th album by the Gap Band.
That is misleading.
The album includes the single from the original Jerry Peters song Going in Circles. The band was quickly back to business.
What?
It's the eminently catchy tunes, Automatic Brain. That's funny.
Damn, I wish I could get some
Automatic Brain. That's awesome.
And Bumpin' Gum People.
Also, they have a song called Ooh, What a Feeling, which I feel like could be any song.
That's already many songs. Sure.
Little Red Funkin' Hood and Bumpin' Gum People.
Another song about getting brain.
Yeah, it sounds like about getting brain. Bumpin' Gum.
Yeah.
Or it sounds like cocaine and you rub it in your teeth. Maybe it's cocaine reference.
I was thinking like
that
two
song.
old people making out.
Bumpin' Gum.
Anyway, they got some songs. We've already made fun of some of them. Let's make fun of the rest.
Elsewhere, the band pulled out a quiet storm trick out of their bag on I Know We'll Make It. What the fuck does that mean?
They also, a lot of their songs are just the same song but a remix. If you look at the track listing, it's just the remix with the first 5.
A little bit
songs.
self-indulgent.
What is it? Oh, it's R&B and funk. But they got cowboy hats on. It's pretty cool. These guys look good.
Yeah, they look really cool. On
They were 159 on the U.S. Billboard 200 in 1985.
But they were tops. There were 6 in R&B and hip hop albums,
Yeah.
which is crazy because I guess it was in the 80s. So it was less relevant. I want to hear this now.
3 stars.
I think we're allowed to listen to.
Yes, we are. We've done this. We're allowed to listen.
I want to pull up Automatic Brain by the.
Yeah, pull up Automatic Brain. That seems to be their big hit. Automatic Brain, when you've got a drain, don't want to feel pain. Gotta.
All the songs, the recommended songs on the left are so funny. They're all like "Zap" by the Funk Boys.
Okay. Alright, well.
I don't know.
Leave that on while we go to the next
Yeah,
article.
yeah.
Alright. What's our time looking like, Tom?
Oh, we are at
How long have we
an
been doing?
hour.
Okay, great. Let's do like 2 more or something.
Yeah. We're almost done. We almost made it through these
Okay.
articles.
Folks, we're back. Strange horned chameleon.
Oh.
Is there a picture?
Yes, there is, and
No,
I do not see a horn.
Okay, I'm gonna mute this song.
The strange horned chameleon, also known as the Rwenzori plate-nosed chameleon or single welded horned chameleon, is a species of chameleon. It is native to the rainforests of the Rwenzori Mountains of western Uganda and eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo. The strange horned chameleon is named for the large protuberance extending from the top of its snout, particularly prominent in the males of the species. The feature is composed of 2 separate plates extending outwards from either side of the snout and merging at the end. This feature has also earned it the alternate common name, single welded horned chameleon.
I like that more.
It also has a very high casque, a helmet-like structure toward the back of the skull. The head and casque are covered with enlarged plate-like scales, so it's kind of like a little triceratops.
This is what when you're picturing a like claymation chameleon. This is what you're picturing.
This is Leo from the Adam Sandler animated feature Leo.
That movie's actually pretty good.
It was pretty good.
I found it like very sweet.
It was solid. I thought it would be really bad.
Guys, I got bad news. The strange horned chameleon is near threatened. I like the least concern is funny. I always think that's a goofy title, but yeah, near threatened.
Oh yeah.
It could be doing a little worse.
Someone's about to threaten it.
I will say, I said this. I don't like the main name of this being strange horned chameleon. I'm like that could mean anything.
I feel like
Why is the horn strange?
The horns are simply not strange enough.
It's a normal ass horn.
It's a little different than other chameleons' horns, but like I was expecting like something like big and purple or swirly or something. Strange horned chameleons are olive to brown in color, so kind of the 2 nicest colors. Males range towards olive, and I'm just trying to be complimentary. Okay. Males range more towards olive, and females more towards brown. I know that's right, folks.
They have among the sharpest teeth and teeth in quotes.
Yeah, why are teeth in quotes?
And longest claws.
Whoa, don't mess with this guy.
Do chameleons not have teeth?
According to, I don't think they should be able to put teeth in quotes.
Yeah, because they should tell us what that means.
Yeah.
Explain yourself. It has rarely been bred in captivity.
Yeah, that's interesting to me.
If you watch it, will not fuck.
Suitable forest habitat has largely disappeared from outside the Rwenzori Mountains National Park where it's habitated, and some habitat destruction is also occurring in the park. In addition, over-collecting for the live animal trade is a serious potential threat, although the species is not much traded.
Oh, so it's a potential threat? So it's not happening?
Yeah.
Who wants a strange horned chameleon?
I kind of do now. I don't want one if it's bad. But
it's only near threatened.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not threatened.
I think you're good to take some.
We can't breed it. It doesn't breed in captivity.
Yeah, and I only want a lizard that will have sex in front of me.
That's kind of the whole idea of this. What are we doing this for? if I can't do this.
I want to know more about the picture. Has the chameleon on somebody's fingers for some reason?
Thinking like, who are the fingers?
Who
plays with this guy?
Young male. He's much asleep.
Yeah, that's the chameleon, not the guy.
We don't know that. It could be a young man. It's not clear. Anyway, it's from the kingdom Animalia. That's kind of interesting.
Well, yes.
Yes, it is interesting. Thank you, Audrey, for agreeing with me. We've kind of gone through the whole article. It's short, but at least it is like effective and gives us information and has a picture of the guy.
If you guys want a nice view, hover over the Ruwenzori Mountains page. Very nice.
That's beautiful.
I would hang that in my college apartment and smoke weed and look at it.
Wow.
Even though I never really smoked weed ever. So I'm a good person.
Just the aesthetic of it.
He's a good guy. He wouldn't smoke weed.
Yeah.
Nor would he ever do a bunch of cocaine before the podcast every time we record.
Yeah, if I was on cocaine and I sounded like this, that'd be pretty pathetic.
I was just imagining, like, what if you were on cocaine and this was your vibe, that would almost be more concerning than the cocaine in the first place.
Yeah, it was laced. My deal was
Laced with chill vibes.
I'm gonna go to the random article.
Yeah.
And then probably can close it out on this.
Unless it's really bad.
Gold House in Parkersburg, West Virginia.
And that's not gold with just an O, folks. Don't get too excited.
It's like Gould, like Elliot Gould.
Oh.
The Elliot Gould House, also known as actually, you can read it.
As the Greater Parkersburg Chamber of Commerce, is a historic home located at Parkersburg, Wood County, West Virginia. It was built in 1888. It is a 2.5-story brick dwelling in an eclectic late Victorian style.
It's eclectic.
It consists of a central hip block with projecting and intersecting gables and a hip roofed wing to the rear. I'll tell you what, this building has form.
It's that's like, when you think of the house, you think of this house.
Yes, it looks like a house, yes.
It looks like in Despicable Me, you know how he always has that crazy looking house and then the houses next to it are normal? It looks like the normal houses.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a bit of an eclectic style. I don't know. Like, if you look, it's not like just like if you were building this in Minecraft, you wouldn't simply be putting boxes on top of each other. There's triangles and shit. There's other shapes involved. There's like a weird attic wing.
So it's pretty close to Ohio.
Wow, we're really getting down to the
It
nitty-gritty
houses
here.
the Chamber of Commerce.
Yep, no one lives there. Just the freaking government.
It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1982. Presumably has not been listed since.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It got that one time.
Okay, this actually should not be our last article.
This is
okay,
this
I'll
is
go
pathetic.
on.
Let's see.
The Gold House is cool. If you're ever in Parkersburg, West Virginia, maybe stop there.
Yeah, check out the Chamber of Commerce. All right,
Okay,
let's
I'm
see if we
gonna
get
find
anything.
something.
We need either one good one or 8 more bad ones.
Okay. Oh man. List of mesh codes. The following is a
sounds
partial
good.
list of
Wait,
the A codes
which
for
one?
Wait, there's a
medical-
lot of different lists of mesh codes. It's AO3? Okay, more like AOC.
Yeah, AOC, my favorite politician. AOC, please come on the pod.
Kind of just my favorite, like, woman.
Yeah, but I like her more than
This is
anyone
the
I'm
codes
to.
for all the different colons. Ascending colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, transverse colon, and rectum.
Oh, for the digestive system. Oh, we got some words here.
We got some words.
Man,
I think I have the wrong
Common
one,
bile
guys.
duct.
Ampulla of Vader is a crazy. Ampulla of Vader sounds like
She sounds like a supervillain.
yes, or like a heroine like traveling in medieval times from a town called Vader.
Yes.
And then you got the sphincter of Audrey, which sounds like
Ew.
a villain in Egyptian like like. And also, if you hold your mouse cursor with the sphincter of Audrey, it looks pretty gross.
My intrahepatic bile duct.
And
I've got something in my bile duct.
Wow. Anal canal.
Yeah.
Cecum.
Pancreatic ducts.
What is a mesh code?
Medical subject headings as defined by the United States National Library of Medicine. Codes following this are found in the list of mesh codes. Okay, so it looks like there's a bunch of different codes and it's broken up into a bunch of different Wikipedia articles.
Now this is the shit. Who's editing this article? What kind of sick fuck? I'm gonna hit the talk page.
Probably just a lovely doctor who's dedicated to his craft.
Yeah. Oh, this is of low importance in the lists. Okay, this is hurts. Goblet cells. This is why I could never be a doctor because I can't handle this. All
Yeah,
these
this is
words.
too gross.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about.
Brunner's glands.
The
What is
sphincter of
Brunner
Audrey.
his own glands?
Yeah.
Oh, they're by
anyway.
the sphincter. I think no one wanted those glands, and Bruner's like, I'll put my name on the sphincter.
Yes. That's my sphincter. Hey, look, we all got one.
Jejunum, which is referenced in the Will Ferrell basketball comedy movie that is called Semi-Pro.
Oh.
Woody Harrelson hits Will Ferrell's character in the jejunum.
Now that's a classic joke, is saying the fancy body part you get hit in instead of just saying ow my butt, you say like ow my anus.
Yes.
That's much funnier.
It also makes him throw up, so I don't know if that's a real thing that if you get hit there you would puke.
Sounds like, I don't think Will
Sounds
Ferrell
like,
would lie to
yeah.
us about this.
The lingual frenum. Well, this goes all the way to the mouth, folks.
Oh,
The
yeah.
taste buds.
The intestinal mucus.
It's
Minor salivary gland, salivary duct, sublingual gland, submandibular gland, von Elber's gland,
tongue.
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 Okay.
Also known as Steve's gland. I don't know
You're
what
telling me
you
I
say.
tongue
guess-
and sphincter in the same article, right, folks? Right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess these are the codes for like medical journals,
Oh, okay.
like textbooks and books.
Yeah, this actually isn't funny to make fun
One
of. guys.
more article.
People are very sick.
One more article.
All right, I got it, guys. Michelson, spelled S-E-N at the end, is a Danish patronymic surname meaning
Come
son of
on.
Michael. There are related English, German, Norwegian, Swedish, and other Scandinavian spellings of this name. People with the name Michelson include, I'm going to read the full list, Gottfried Michelson,
Please.
German pirate.
Well, how can you be a jerk? Where are you pirating?
Probably
How do you spell this, by the way? Because I found the wrong
Oh, I'm in a
Michelson.
different one where a lot of them are victims of
No, it's
Holocaust.
E-N. It's E-N.
Sorry,
Oh,
I thought you were about to
wait,
read a list of
wait,
Holocaust survivors.
Oh, well, not survivors, victims.
So
Oh,
where
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. You can't. This.
Sin, Michael Sen. E-N.
Michelson.
Oh.
It's a Danish one, guys. Come on. Helena Iren Michelson, a Norwegian singer. Hella Michelson, Danish model, actress. Jacob Michelson, Danish boxer and Olympic bronze heavyweight. Jan Michelson, Danish football player. Carl Michelson,
Please.
American actress.
Wait, who's Carrie Michelson? We'll hold over her. She was Katie Kiniski on Give Me a Break, 1981 to 1997. That's not a real famous person.
It was a 16-year show that we've never heard of.
No, it's 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Even then.
Kirsten Michelson, Danish swimmer. Lars Michelson, former Danish road bicycle
Wait,
racer.
we got one. The Peter Billingsley, which is the guy from A Christmas Story. His real name is Peter Billingsley Michelson because of his wife. So the Ralphie from The Christmas
He
Story.
took his wife's last name?
He's a hyphenate,
Oh.
but he's a Michelson.
Oh, so that's both. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Peter Billingsley Michelson.
Also, meaning son of, quote, who is like God. Are you seeing this?
Oh yeah, Michael is who is like God. He was like God. It's like Michael. That's like the. what
That
it
Catholic.
means. No, I mean I think it's like it's like a Hebrew name. I think it's just saying that
These
you are
poor
you are
fucks.
nice. Michael Michelson is a Danish Olympics boxer. Peter Michelson, the inventor of
Please.
cannon shogi.
Please. I
And
can't
Wilhelm
do it.
Michelson
I can't.
is a German zoologist.
Let me out.
Okay, this is it. We're calling it.
You know, why does this happen every time we have a guest on the podcast?
No,
They
every
Every time
they
there's
start,
a woman in this room, let me out.
they start begging.
Stop reading facts.
We recorded in Tom's bedroom, by the way. Anyway,
It looks nice.
I'm
It's
just,
really nice.
I'm
I
just-
love the decor.
yeah, just stop holding
It's
people
awesome
against
how
their
much
will.
liquor you keep in your bedroom.
I do not drink that much. Or I only drink when I go out, so I just own lots of liquor.
For sure.
But some of those are empty bottles. I just like the bottles.
Liquor, I
Yeah.
hardly know her. Okay, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm looking up. Peter Michelson was the inventor of
No,
cannon shogi.
no,
I'm
no.
looking at what shogi is. A shogi variant is a game related to or derived from shogi. It's not even what shogi is. It's just saying it's not shogi. All right, it's fine.
Okay. Audrey, you've been a very tolerable.
Yeah,
you've tolerated us. I want to communicate that you've tolerated us.
You've been
Hey,
tolerable.
tolerable.
You've been
Tolerant.
tolerant. You've been tolerable at best, and I appreciate
No,
that.
you've been very
That would
tolerant.
have been really some intense feedback.
No, that would have been crazy. Well, yeah, it's
Well,
your
you've
fault.
been tolerable.
You know, the articles are usually a lot better when other people hit the button, but
Yeah, you know, you might have to work on pressing the button, but you know, other than that, you did a great
See what I
job.
can do.
thank you for your time.
Thanks for
Yes.
having me.
Yes, do you have
Oh.
anything you want to plug to our many listeners?
Yeah, Come to Best Night Ever. Love Best Night Ever. Bye, guys.
That wasn't the best night ever every time. The people are asking.
I think it's funny to claim that the best night of your life is an open mic in Williamsburg on a Tuesday, and then when we did the show, I just thought it was funny to claim that every single month you have the best night ever.
I guess.
Yes.
I guess it
it's
just
like
means
somebody else that gets to perform and you just watch.
I guess it just means that it's always getting better. That's actually pretty reasonable. All right, folks. Remember, take your vitamins. Helena Irene Michelson, if you want to be on the show,
I hate the name Michelson
come
now.
on.
Sylvia Scalia. Come on the
sorry.
show.
Yeah, actually, her.
Come to my
she's
apartment later, Sylvia.
Yeah, and Tom will not let you out of this room too. All right. Bye.
Bye.